Alright, y'all. So this video here, I may end up going all over the place with it. There's a lot of things I want to cover. So, not exactly sure where I'm going to go with it. It might be a little bit long and a little bit rambly and everything, but I think it's some things that need to be said. This video is a little bit different than a lot of the other ones that I've been doing lately, as this one's going to be more talking and I guess you would say more prepping related. But anyway, starting off, and the title of this video is going to be Fighting Back. Now, what exactly does that mean? Right now, if you're a conservative-minded person, freedom-minded person, you can see that there's a lot of things going on that is not in our favor. And that's no secret. It's been going on now for the last couple of years. And a lot of times, you get so many people on the internet and everywhere else making all these comments about fighting back and doing all these things. The keyboard warriors, things like that. But nothing ever gets done. Nothing ever gets changed. But what are you actually doing to fight back in your daily life? It doesn't have to come to that. And do I believe that eventually it will? Yes, I do, unfortunately. But for right now, there's a ton of ways that you can fight back in your daily life. And it doesn't mean getting on Facebook and YouTube and arguing with people that are opposing mindsets and telling them how stupid they are. That doesn't work. That doesn't do anything. And it's not worth the time it takes you to type it on, I see on Facebook, I don't follow them, but our current person in the White House and different ones like that, you know, when whoever you're friends with on Facebook, if they comment on something like that, then you'll end up seeing it whether you follow that person or not. And there's a bunch of people that actually think commenting on their post and saying all these things, you know, how he's an idiot and you know, how things are not better than it was and all this kind of stuff, actually think that's going to make a difference. It's not. All that's doing is giving them the satisfaction of knowing that they're trolling you. Stuff doesn't get done that way. Now, fighting back in our daily life. You know how you start fighting back? You first start fighting back with knowledge. Read the Bible. Learn it. See what it says. Find out what point we're at right now. Right now, we're in the fall of, well, I'm not going to say exactly, you know, the specific thing, but basically we're in a stage of the fall of Babylon. We can see it coming down around us, or like the fall of Rome. Not quite an overnight thing. You could see it coming for a while. So, the way we fight back here on the homestead every day is by the fact of homesteading. Are we completely self-sufficient? No, we're not, but we're working on it. We've probably done more in the last 2 years of getting more prepared, being more self-sufficient than probably most people will do in their life. I'm not bragging or anything like that. I'm just stating the fact. And I don't want to make anybody think that I'm egotistical or anything like that. But to build what we built in a short period of time. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of money. We have sunk a small fortune. You probably wouldn't even believe me if I told you how much we've put into putting all these things in place. And that does lead to sacrifice. I'm driving a 2002 truck. I'm not driving a 2021 truck. But I'd rather have the older truck, to be honest with you. But that's one way you fight back. Start homesteading, start being more self-sufficient. Growing your own food is a way to fight back. Food is a weapon. In and of itself, it's a weapon. It's a resource like anything else. Now, people that don't have food will do very bad things to get food. People who don't have food, don't produce their own food, are at the mercy of the ones who do. Food can also be used as a weapon in the way that it is, let's see, I don't really know how to put it without potentially getting myself in trouble, but you know what I'm talking about. What goes into that food, in the growing, the harvest, production state, all the way to the store, can be a potential weapon. I do believe that it is either intentionally or not, by the process that the major industry of food is a weapon. I think that growing your own food, natural and organic, is a lot healthier than it is what you buy. And we can leave it at that. Take a few minutes to think about it. Maybe you've never grown anything in your life. Maybe it's time to start. You can get indoor grow kits. You can grow a couple of tomato plants outside in the growing season. Get a small greenhouse, anything like that. And just start learning. Don't be afraid of it. If you mess up, so what? Keep going. So is life. You're going to mess up. We've messed up a lot, but we keep going. Another big thing that it takes to do this homestead thing is time and work. Me and my wife still work a full-time job. We wasn't off any time during the last year or 2 years, whatever it is that all of this stuff is going on in the world. When everybody else was shut down and at home, we were still working with the jobs we had, so that was a blessing to be able to still do that and to be able to make money. But at the same time, it took a lot of time away from what we could be building here, but we made do. And again, with the work thing, both of us work full-time jobs, then we come home and we do what needs to be done here. A lot of times, a lot of things get done under lights, flashlights, work lights, things like that. It gets done. You are not going to be prepared, and you are not going to be ready if you work your 9-to-5 job and then you come home and you kick back on the recliner and watch TV for a couple hours and you go to bed. It's a hard truth, but it's a truth nonetheless. If you want it, you've got to work for it. Like I said, it doesn't matter. I work outside anyway in my normal job, and I've always have. So when it's hot, when it's 100 degrees, Doesn't matter. Work's still got to be done. Then the work on the homestead. When it's cold, same thing. When it's raining, same thing. When it's snowing, same thing. You get out there and do it. You see all this hay and stuff here that we've done. Just square bales. You know, we've got round balers too, but we did the square bales as well. Most people have quit square baling. You see some selling the hay on Facebook and stuff like that. A lot of them are running, you know, brand new, easy to use square balers, and they've got a wagon that it throws it all in, and they just back the wagon under the shed and stuff like that, or they got the machine that goes across the field and picks it up and everything like that. No manual labor in it. And I can understand that for an efficiency standpoint, but so many people have stopped doing things just because it's hard, just because it takes work. They quit. Most people don't raise a garden because they don't want to go out there for 30, 40 minutes a day and tend the garden, which we're not the greatest at that either, as far as keeping weeds out and stuff like that and grass, but, you know, we still get by. And for y'all that don't know it, we also do all this stuff for 3 kids. All are under 10. So, as a matter of fact, I'll go further than that. Our oldest is 6. Our youngest is a little over 2. So, we built most of this with an infant around, plus 2 other kids, plus work and every other thing that goes with it. It can be done if you actually want it, if you put in the work and the effort. You can't quit when it gets hard. You can't quit when something doesn't go right. You can't quit when something needs done that you don't know how to do. You figure it out. That's what we've lost in this generation. The older generation, they basically fended for themselves. When they needed something, they made it themselves. When something needed to be fixed, they fixed it themselves. The older generations built a country, and it became the wealthiest and most powerful country in the world. Just like they say, hard men create easy times, soft times, and soft men create hard times. And that is true. We can see that today in the snowflake generation, which I'm almost ashamed to say I'm a part of. I'm a millennial. I'm 29 years old. Most of my generation is deadbeats, not doing anything. If they are, they've got a dead-end job, which I'm not hating on anybody, and, you know, doing whatever kind of work they can to survive. But what I'm getting at is they don't want anything more. They're happy working at McDonald's for the rest of their life as long as they can make enough money to get by and things like that. They don't want to put in the extra work and the extra effort to actually have something. If I had started doing YouTube before we started building things and was able to make more videos of what was here and what wasn't, I think that maybe it would be an encouragement to some people, because we've lived here a while. We've raised a garden every now and then years ago, but we didn't get into the farming thing that we're doing now. So, like the barn I'm sitting in right now, that was here. The little white building that the chicken coop's in, that was here. But everything else we built in the last couple of years. We started with one little chicken pen and a couple of chickens, and I kept building on and adding to that. Then, let's see. I can't exactly remember whether we got the pigs first or we got the goats. But we started with one goat and something attacked it and killed it, and then we got two more and we built on from there. And none of it is cheap. The animals are outrageous. When everything else went up and all that, everybody that had animals did too. Fencing is outrageous. Most of the major costs that we've got in this place is animals and fencing. Other than the tractors. That's an obvious one as well. But anyway, I digress on that. We put in the pigs, we put in the goats. I can't remember which was first. We got some rabbits. We got the cows. Built all the fences for that. While doing the garden and stuff. While we built a smokehouse last year to do the hog meat and everything like that. It all takes time, work, and ethic. Nobody has a work ethic anymore. The reason that the average farmer in America is 60 years old is because nobody else will do it. All the young people like my generation, they don't want any part of it for the work it requires. Now, there are a few that would do it, but, due to financial, they can't get into it. But the vast majority just don't have the work ethic to put into it. They want to go get an easy job and, you have certain hours and you quit. That's it. But anyway, I'm probably forgetting a lot of things. Just kind of getting the majority of it out there, maybe. Maybe y'all enjoyed it. Maybe it's something that'll benefit you or encourage you in some kind of way. Things are happening that I don't like. They're requiring things that goes against freedom, goes against choice, goes against morals. But you know exactly what I'm talking about on that. I guess we will continue to work and buy things from the store as long as we can. Once they push the full-on mandates, you have to have the thing, or you can't shop, then I don't guess we'll be shopping anymore. That's why we've been busting so much to get everything as self-sufficient as possible. Waiting for that time. I hope it doesn't come to that, but the way it's looking, in my opinion, it is a good possibility. You need to be thinking about these things. You need to be having plans. You need to be building community. Anyway, I guess that's about all I got to say for this one. Stay prayed up, prepped up, and strapped up. See ya.